Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? Oh my goodness, look who's here. Look at Doris, who do we have? Patricia, Lakeisha. Thank you guys this morning for joining us. We have more people coming on, but you know what? I'm truly thankful on today, guys. This is a blessing for me, to see another day. But most of all, we're doing new beginnings. And I feel it. I know Angela feels it. I know Sparkle feels it.
Yeah.
And just to be walking in it and seeing that, look at, we're in season 6, and just to look back, I don't like to look back too much because we have come so far.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I mean, being on the show has been a blessing to me, not just to you guys, but for us. Like, we're really developing in a uniqueness of who we are as women, as being empowered, as, loving her, as healing her. This is the next phase in our life that Empowered Mornings is going. And we're loving it. Like, if you guys knew the storms to get to where we are right now for season 6, you would not even believe it. But we're walking testimony, and we're here to share this light with you guys on today. We're here to share the joy of the Most High God with you guys on today. We are here to empower and be used as a willing vessel to show you that, you know what, you can do this. You're not alone. There's women like us, and we're still striving. We're still trying to do the best that we can do, but we're willing to take the call to say, you know what, we're going to be an advocate for our sisters and our brothers, to show them that there is a better way of living, that you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to live defeated.
Exactly.
Okay. You don't have to live in misery or pain. You don't have to live in it's all in a mindset. Trust us enough, allow the spirit to give you confirmation that, you know what, this is the place. Empowered
Mm-hmm.
Morning is a place where, you know what, we're very transparent. Hey, we're non-judgmental. We're going to tell you the truth, so don't take that as judgment. We're going to do it out of love. Okay,
But
out of
sometimes
love.
to be judged, Regina.
Right.
It's not
Right, but you
always
know what I'm
so
saying, but
judgment.
there's a righteous judgment, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So when we line it up,
Right.
we're not just coming out from us. We're going to line it up because we're spiritual women. But I wanted to thank you coming on to Empowered Mornings. Angela, tell them what's up next that we got for them.
Listen, before I get to that, I'm hollering because I'm thinking like Reverend Pat. Reverend Pat
Me
said, baby,
too.
good morning. She in that kitchen dancing because she loves the new theme music. That's how I feel, Reverend Pat. I be over here like, yes, it's just so nice and fresh and make it bounce and pop. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some I
I
Claim It.
claim it.
I
Right.
love that. But, coming into season 6, we wanted something kind of a little fresh, a little, make it pop
It
a
give
little
you a
bit.
little jazz, little.
Yes.
It's like a mixture. It's a little jazz. It's a little R&B, a little classic, all in one. And that's what
All
we
Honey,
in
are.
all
We
in
are
one.
all in one.
all in one. So y'all know yesterday we gave you 7 tips of to being unstoppable, right?
Yes.
And the
Number
bonus
two.
was you can't take everybody with you. Point
Woo!
blank, period.
Thank
You
God.
cannot take everybody
That
with
part.
you to your next. Like Miss Doris, I would say then, now, and next. You may have food with some foods then. You might be
Right.
with occasional people now. But in your next, oh no, ma'am, we can't be dealing with the same type of people going into your next. And again, like Regina said, good morning, Miss Zena. Like Regina said, it is not that, we're being judgmental, you're trying to be funny. You just have to protect you. And as you're going to your next level, it requires you to show up differently. And sometimes that may be, feeding people, like my friend used to say, honey, with a long handled spoon. Everybody doesn't
Way
have
back
to
here.
be. Wait,
Way
pull
back.
it back again. Wait, way back. That part. So we ran across an article and it was talking about, and so get this, it was talking about 8 types of family members that you may need to cut yourself off from, right? But y'all know it ain't just family. It is
Uh-uh.
family for some people, but it's also friends, business associates. It's just people that, when you recognize some of the things that we're getting ready to talk about, you're going to be like, you know what? It's a season where, I might just need to take a step back. And then it doesn't mean I don't love you, but at the same time, I just can't have that day-to-day interaction with you like we used to. I can't go to the same places we used to hang
That's
out
it.
with because where I'm going requires me to show up differently. And I see that you like staying where you at. You like the drama. You
You
like the
enjoy
foolishness. You do all that. So with that being said, we got to move on. And I'm sorry, Lakeisha said, say it louder for the ones in the back, baby.
and
You
then
better
Reverend Pat already
Come
started.
on, Lakeisha.
Pastor Abraham had to leave his entire family behind to go to the place God had for him. You better put some word on it, Reverend Pat. Exactly. So we're going to give you 8. Hopefully we can make it through all 8 by the end of the broadcast because y'all know these things be good. Number 1, identify the constant critic in your life. This is the person who is, they are incredibly damaging to your self-esteem. These people always got something to say. I don't care what you got on. Well, it's cute, but you don't think it's a little too tight? Oh, well, you know what? I mean, the job sounds like a good, but girl, them people over there, they think they all that when them get given the kind of job. If I was you, I wouldn't be bothered with that.
It's
Oh, I mean,
always if I was you. If I was you, but you're not.
Exactly.
they criticize everything that you do. I don't care. You can say, "Oh, I made an investment." Well, girl, it's good to how these investments and stuff, but I wouldn't be risking all my money. I really think that you're doing too much. You want to go and buy you a new car, and you say, "Hey, I'm about to buy me a new car." Y'all always go out here and buying these new cars.
Exactly.
These new cars are always giving people problems. You ain't been reading the reports and stuff. They just criticize everything you do. And the thing about it is, it says that people who are constant critics in your life, they are incredibly damaging to your self-esteem
Yes, they
and
are.
your mental health. And they can lead you to stress and anxiety, and they can make you doubt your abilities and your worth. You don't need people who make you doubt you in this season or
Exactly.
in the next period.
Ever.
That make you doubt you. When they
Make you
are
doubt you.
when people, that's why I'm saying stop sharing, move in silent. Because
Yes.
if when moving in silence, they don't get a chance to sprinkle their damage, doubtful ways on there. So I know everybody has one in their family. I know everybody knows of someone. You need to
Exactly.
go ahead and tell God, dismiss them out of my life or teach me how to love them from a distance.
Yep.
That don't mean I
That's what
don't
it is.
love you because I don't show up at everything that's going on. If I can't handle it, if I'm not gassed up enough and filled up enough, I'm not gonna take myself there where you're gonna
Mm-mm.
empty my tank and then I'm sitting over there with a blood pressure. Nobody's
No,
worth
thank you.
having your blood pressure up, your head hurt, you got my sugar like all out of
Girl,
control.
numbers all over the place. You hear me? But the thing
That's
about it is, understand
true.
this. We're not saying that people can't give you constructive criticism,
Mm-hmm.
because some people can come to you in love and give you some constructive
Yeah.
criticism on how to make a better move or do something. We're talking about the people that always kind of put you down and criticize everything you do. You don't deserve to be in places where nothing that you do is ever worthy of somebody else's opinion. That is not good. And if you are in those environments, maybe you need to, reevaluate what the person's motives are in your life. Because someone who loves you and sees what you're doing, they should celebrate you sometimes, really all the time when you're making good moves. They should be your first cheerleader. They should be the ones who are clapping
Of
for you
course.
if they're for you, right? But if they always got something to say, baby, listen, Reverend Pat said they only criticize because they see something in you that they lack but want to
Yep.
possess. You better come on and listen. Let me just go. Good morning, Eliasa. Let me go on and say this too. yesterday we started the our viewer comment of the day. So these comments, which I'm saying, somebody's going on the viewer comment for today. So we don't know who it's gonna be. Yesterday Alyssa had the one, but y'all putting some comments up in here, baby. So come on through. Okay, so let's do number two. Number two is and wait a minute, Lakeisha done showed out on this one. Constructive criticism versus haterism.
Woo! The CC versus the H. Honey, that one right
Look,
there.
Sprock, I done got hot on that one. Constructive criticism versus haterism. Baby, that was good, Lakeisha. That's good right there.
It's two different ones. That's two different
Exactly.
definitions. I love it.
Don't
I
get it
love it. I
twisted.
love
Tell
it.
them,
Look, ring the
Lakeisha.
bell on that one. That was good, Lakeisha. All right. So number two, we're talking about 8 types of people that probably shouldn't go into the next level of your life, right? So that second one is the emotional vampire. And you might be like, emotional vampire, what is that? That is the people who are always, when you spend time around them, baby, they drain you, they suck you dry. You are stressed out, overwhelmed, tired, energy gone, because they done told you about everything in their life that's going wrong. Every time you see them, it's something that ain't, you know what I'm saying? And when I say that, don't get me wrong. Real Pat said, Lakeisha just won. Ding, 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 ding. Right. The emotional vampires, they are people who, after spending time, like I said, you feel drained and exhausted, and they can lead to burnout and even physical health issues. Because, like Sparkle just said, your blood pressure go up, your blood sugar is sky high, cholesterol is shifted to the left or up. It's just always something because they drain you. What I said last week, girl, if the eyelids aren't hurting, the back of their ankles is toe up. It's something wrong every single time, or they going through all the time. Or, Run Pat had me laughing about it. If I got to keep praying for you to go to the altar and you still...
No, it's those people every day. Will you pray for me? Will you pray for me? Will you pray for me? And we believe in prayer, fullness of prayer. But give somebody else a chance to get on the prayer list. Like, leave a little space for somebody. And don't get me wrong, it is a season in your life that you do feel like, oh my gosh, like it's some tough seasons that come into your life.
Right.
I think God is always trying to give you some tough skin. Stop relying on everybody to pray for you when He has given you the same ability and power and knowledge and wisdom and understanding to pray for you. You can't expect everybody to pray for you.
Right. And another thing, tell them, Sparkle, first of all, if you're going around asking people to continue to pray for you and there's no change, there could be another issue too. Like, who you asking to pray for you? Because they may not even be praying for you, honey. They may be rolling over, popping some chips in their mouth, chewing, and be like, all right, and then you over here counting on them. They ain't even doing it.
I try to make it my business when somebody asks me to pray for them to stop and do it then. Because I know my intentions. I have good intentions.
Right.
But if I don't do it right then, sis, it's not that I didn't love you and I wasn't trying to.
Just be real.
Right. Look, Lakeisha just said, Regina, because I'm telling you, everybody is not praying for you. But just understand, emotional vampires, you can tell how you feel around people. And when you get around somebody and you already tired, you on the phone like this.
It's called
block.
And that don't mean you blocking them forever, but I'm just blocking you for today. Today is not the day.
And some people need to reevaluate it. We used to talk all the time, but we don't talk a lot now.
Hold on. It's not the prayers that aren't working. It's you that's not doing the work. Come on.
Reverend Pat, come on with it.
Faith without works is dead. Let's say it.
Yes. I'm telling you. So, number 1 was the constant critic, and number 2, the emotional vampire. Moving to number 3, baby. If y'all got a guilt tripper in your family, or amongst your friends, the guilt tripper is the people who make you feel responsible for their happiness or blame you for their problems. Somebody who always making you feel like it's your fault. When you have people in your life that guilt trip you on things, of course, that's manipulation. And I'm sure we've all done it at some point in time. But at the end of the day, it can't be a constant that they do that to you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Your mama like, well, I brought you into this world. I could have aborted you. People say stuff like that all the time. You need to do this for me because, this, then, the third. People say it all the time. And if that's you, you got to check that. Because what happens is people, you give them mental health issues when they start having anxiety and being in depression, because sometimes you guilt trip people and they're not able to, Miss Doris, are you drinking milk or eating meat? Oh, come on, Miss Doris.
Go,
Listen,
Miss Doris.
you got to make sure you have healthy boundaries, when you're dealing with certain people. And again, we're talking about going to your next. What you used to deal with back then, what you may currently be dealing with now, but you got to make a conscious decision to go through some things, your list of people that you're around, and see, are they adding value or are they taking it away?
I don't have
That's true.
no takeaway.
Who just say, Sparkle? Look, that's a dumb daughter right there. Look.
Yes.
Hey.
Not in
Either adding value or they're taking
not in my multiplication season. All I'm seeing is X's, multiplying mix. And I love that it's X's. That means some people just gonna have to be X'd out. Call me what you want to call me. She thinks she all that. I sure do. I think I'm all that plus some. That's why I move like I move. I do. I do.
Keep saying.
I stand in agreement with you. I do think I'm all that. Thank you for your confirmation.
Yes.
Invest into yourself, baby. Invest into yourself. That's what it is.
Invest into yourself and have a healthy opinion of you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't have healthy opinions of ourselves. So when people start talking crazy, you believe them. It's nothing wrong with thinking that you're all that in a bag of chips. If God if created us fearfully and wonderfully, then you are. If you're created in his image, yes, you are. You're an amazing, phenomenal, magnificent, wonderful individual. There's nothing wrong with saying that and being in agreement with that.
Exactly.
Woo. But people used to make you feel bad. Like that used to be a negative thought. Like I thought that was a bad thing. I didn't know that was a good thing. They see greatness in me and you feel like it is overflowing. Yes, it is overflowing because I have to make a choice to keep this cup full and let you run on my dish, on that side dish that's running over. And when I don't feel like I'm running over, then I stay in my cup. That means I stay in my own business, mind my own business, and sometimes staying in my own house, in my own environment. I just let people think of me how they want to keep it moving and motivate.
That's right, Shay. Get it, girl. You better tell them, girl.
Keep it moving, baby.
And you know another thing about this, which this is so good. I'm so glad that you guys, Angela, that you chose these things to do. But you know what's so sad though, when you have these type of people and they're constantly saying these negative things about you, you know what my response is, honestly, at this point? There has to be something wrong with you to want to be with someone like me that you're always saying, criticizing and all this. So why would you even want to be around a person like me? Or is it that maybe that's who you are? Because why would you criticize somebody and they're all this bad and they do all this and you put yourself to even be around them? Come on. Does that make sense? That's insanity.
They want around greatness. They want to be people.
They want to exactly.
Thank you. So if you don't like it, why are you around? Remove yourself. Why do I have to remove myself? I am who I am. Either you don't like being around me and you remove.
Exactly. Rumpet said, let me sum it up. She said, honey, at the end, you deserve to surround yourself with those people that cause you to bloom, not with. Period.
This bell gonna go out today because
the bell is going off today. You hear me? Number 4, the number 4 person that you need to make sure that you pay attention to is a gas lighter, baby. I know y'all hear the topic. We've been hearing the topic recently about gaslighting for the last few years of people that gaslight you. For those who don't know, gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where someone tries to make you doubt your own perceptions, your own memories, or your own sanity. What happens with them is they dismiss your feelings. They twist the truth, or they deny things that happened to you that you know did. You know, people be like, "Oh no, girl, that didn't happen to you. That ain't what it was." And you sitting there thinking, "Am I crazy?" Because I know
you start believing like did that. Maybe I did. Maybe I was dreaming.
Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah.
They got you second guessing you. Listen, always bet on you. You're not crazy. You're not. Always bet on you. And if you got somebody who's always trying to undermine what you feel about you, undermine who you think you are, that part, you got to be mindful of that. And it says that when you deal with gaslighters, it leads to confusion, self-doubt, and even mental health problems.
Yeah.
It's really a form of emotional abuse, really.
No, it is at the highest form.
At the highest form. You know, and they say that a lot of narcissists, if you deal with narcissistic people, they use gaslighting as a form of keeping you under control.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm
You
gonna
know
break
what,
it
Angela,
down.
this is so good. You know what? You know how you guys are always hearing, and this is a perfect example. So to go with this, you know how you guys are always hearing me say, when the mind is sick, the body is sick?
Yes.
That's what it is. We can't allow our mind to be sick anymore.
Nope.
Right.
Not when God has some good old medication for me. That means sit there, take in some time, spend some time with God, and believe me, He will correct you. You think you ooh, criticism, like God will correct you so fast. He will. You can say something out of your mouth before you get the last part of it. He said, you know, he be like, "Why'd you
Girl,
say that?"
conviction. Look, now you
You be
can't
like, "Why'd you say that?"
I shouldn't have
Like,
said that.
and it's so fast. Like it goes, like he'll do it so suddenly. Just like we believe in suddenly movements, God will do a suddenly correction.
That's true.
Boom. Girl, and God's corrections, girl, ain't fun. You be like, oh,
I
I'm
was
sorry. Look, you instantly repenting. God, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I apologize.
So what about them dismissive ones? They dismiss
Oh,
everything. Them one ignore how you feel about anything. Don't take your heart under consideration. Don't take your time under consideration. They just dismiss everything. They belittle your experiences.
yeah,
They
that's
put it
true.
in a small box, but they're ready to talk about everything that they have accomplished. But then when you say something about yours, they dismissive, like it's not, it don't even matter. It's not even important.
And that's so
Exactly.
big, y'all. Really, if you,
It
again,
is.
you should be around people who celebrate you, not
Yeah.
make you feel small, not make you feel like, oh, your opinion ain't nothing. Look, you give them your opinion. They're just like, yeah, but child, ain't nobody want to hear that.
And that, according to psychology, having your emotionally regularly dismissed can lead to feeling isolation and
Yep.
depression. So people can help people cause depression.
Yes.
People
Y'all pay
cause
attention. Pay attention to
because
your
while they
environment.
dismissing you, you should be dismissing them. They
Ring the
they
bell.
might dismiss you. You should tell people, like, you should know you only get one chance to
That's
dismiss me,
it.
Good morning, Farika.
Hey,
and then I'm gonna
Farika.
miss you because we gonna what's that one? What's that scripture? I don't even know if it's a scripture we just said. Dang it.
It'll come back to you.
Absence. Huh? It'll come
It'll
back to
come
me.
back.
But anyways,
But that's a
dismiss.
big one.
Don't let people dismiss you
No.
or your
And it's
heart.
something people say all the time about don't be around people. Don't give people more than look. I done did a sparkle on it right there too because it was a good one. If I we'll post it later. We'll post it later.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about the ones that hate to apologize? The non-apologetic people. They cannot apologize for anything. You can
Nothing.
break it all the way down how they was wrong, and they still won't be like, my bad. Woo child, when they show you who they
Yep.
are, believe them. But yes, people can change. But why aren't you waiting to let? You should be waiting to see the change. Don't go by what they say. People say anything. I have changed. I'm not like that no more. And then here you go. You club. You tight like this, and then they hurt you again, and then they
Yep.
hurt you again. That people are telling you who they are, and they
Yes.
might not have the
Yes. Yes.
capacity. They don't have the capacity to be different yet. Because you gotta
But Miss
want
Joyce said
this.
they only ask you about something if they need something. Otherwise, you don't exist. Ooh.
Exactly. That's so true. That's the truth.
That is so true. Oh
But
my
y'all just
God.
think about how long we allow these type of people to
Uh,
be in our lives out of the name of love.
Everybody's had that apple out of the tree, so don't act like it ain't been you. Trust me. We're talking about it because we've been through it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, just because you've been BFF since third grade.
Gosh.
And I appreciate people that have been friends since they was kindergarten.
Right.
Right.
I just have a disclaimer. If y'all been friends since kindergarten and y'all still at the club scrubbing your ground and smoking y'all marijuana, and y'all have been y'all still doing the same thing that y'all used to do in middle school and high school, but we BFF. What I do, she do. Where I go, she go. Okay.
And you know your heart is not really still in that foolishness. You know that you've elevated and you want to move on.
Exactly.
Don't let a bond that you have had with somebody, don't let that bond make you miss out on what God has for you.
Exactly.
You know what? Let me say this real quick, and I know we got to move on. Alana gave it was a movie on Netflix that we watched, and what's the little funny guy? Kevin Hart is in it. Wesley Snipes was in it too. But anyway, he was a comedian on this show, right? And his brother, I guess, used to get him in trouble. So he had a bodyguard that would say, "We ain't putting you in certain situations." You know, with these women that was in there. And he was like, "I don't drink." His brother was like, "Ain't nothing wrong with taking a drink. Take that shot. Go ahead and do it."
Oh,
and
yeah.
The woman was in the bed and she was dead. And it started from there. And there's a whole bunch of foolishness. See, he had surrounded himself with people because the man said, "Listen, we try to keep him out of these type of situations because he's about to be $1 billion." The brother was like, hey, whatever. And turned him into drinking when he told him, "I've been sober for a long time. I don't even do that." But he started drinking because that's his brother. He's trying to have a
brother.
See, you got to make sure that you watch people who help change your character. If you're trying to be better and you get around people who won't let you be better, they keep on reminding you who you used to be, that ain't good. That's not good.
Yeah, we're just gonna stay here because I'm telling you, the next two we gotta start them first thing tomorrow. Because those other two are gonna take you all away. But I wanted to say when we're talking about that, Angela, I don't drink. I just choose not to drink, and that's my preference.
True.
I don't mind being around other people that drink.
Right.
I have control of that. It doesn't make me feel like I'm not having a great time, because if you know me, I'm the life of the party.
Yes.
And
you don't need anything extra.
I can't take no chance of drinking. In my family, I have a lot of alcoholics in my family. I don't know what my capacity is.
That's true.
I have chosen in my life to just stay away from it, because I don't know if it could start just from one little drink and then it moves up.
You're right.
But I know I have a generational curse to break, and that's alcoholism. But
there you go.
But what make me dismiss you out of my life is if we out and about, you like, ain't gonna hurt you to take a little drink. Just take a little drink. Come on, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. I don't care if it's my birthday, your mama's birthday, or your grandma's birthday. I
don't ask me no more.
And
listen, I know what vitamin in. No.
And respect. And if you can't respect my wishes, my thoughts, how I choose to live my life, then
that's a problem.
That is a problem. And then you wonder why Sparkle don't show up to the party. No, I'm not turning your party up. I'm not bringing out my greatness to your party, because you cannot respect who I am.
Thank you.
Because that's too much pressure. Don't pressure me to do something that I'm trying to tell you. That would be just like somebody saying, "Well, let's go for a weekend. Go away and get away for the weekend. We're going to go have a good time." And you say, "Okay, my money is not right." Oh, girl, you can pay them bills or make an arrangement, whatever.
Right.
No,
thank you.
If you are on a track of let me manage my money correctly, I can't go out here and ball every weekend. I can't go out here and do that because I got goals. I have some things I'm trying to accomplish. But you let people talk you into turning up. And then next week when your light's about to get cut off, now you looking crazy because they ain't trying to help you with that. You got to get to a place where you're stronger than what they're trying to have you do. Reverend Pat said, don't allow people to hold you hostage to a friendship that no longer fits you.
That's it.
Come on. Because those shoes don't fit no more. And
women,
y'all know, if you a size 9 and you try to put a size 8 on, your feet are not going to
scrunched up. Toes are scrunched up.
Yes. And then Lakeisha said, Sparkle, you was talking about them non-accountable folks, and now I gotta wait till tomorrow.
See.
Look, tell her, Lakeisha, she could have went on them last two. Listen, she could have got it.
But I'm saying it's so good that I know when you have to come back tomorrow, Lakeisha, so I'm holding you accountable to come on back tomorrow.
Come
if
on
you
back
want the
tomorrow.
last two, you got to come on back tomorrow. That's how we do it around here.
Yes.
Yes.
We give you something to hold on to. But this is the whole point. We are trying to get you to redo how you do some things.
Yes.
New beginnings means that you will have to remove some people.
Yes.
Means that you do have to not go some places.
That's true.
Yes.
You know,
And it's okay.
It's
It's all right.
Okay. Because you know
Exactly.
what? Sometimes y'all know what this is, FOMO, the fear of missing out. You feel like if you're going over here, you're going to miss out on something. But guess what? You're not the one that's going to be missing out when you elevate. I'm telling you, you're going to have better experiences. You're going to have more opportunities. You're going to have, you know what I'm saying? Getting over to the land of what God has for you is mind blowing. If you've never experienced what God has for you, you will never know. It's like eating McDonald's versus going to a 5-star restaurant. You thought thought this was good.
Big Mac.
Baby, you don't know what good is until you get over here and you get a steak that's so tender that, girl, you can pull it apart with
you
just
don't
a
even
little
need
bit.
no sauce when you don't even need no sauce to it. And I love some good old sauce. I want to add sauce to everything.
Me too. Me too.
But if I can eat it and not need no salt, that means I know that this is a bad steak.
It's a different level that you can go to, and I promise you, you're not missing out on people who still doing scrubbing the ground. You ain't missing out on other foolishness. You're not missing out. Press towards what's coming ahead of you, because I'm telling you, what they said, the best is yet to come.
Woo!
If you believe that, every move you make towards your greatness is going to be better than anything you've left behind.
Yeah.
Anything that you've left behind.
Anything. My
all right,
cancel
game
is strong.
All right, look, Farisa, everything new, truth, new beginning. Yes, thank you so much. And Christina, my cancel game is strong. You ladies are on point. Come on, Christina. That's right, honey. Listen,
that's it.
We're gonna have to go ahead and go on that one because my cancel game is over. It's strong because stop being scared to spend time with yourself. Stop being scared of you. Like, you need you. So sometimes you need to turn down some invitations, turn down some people, and go spend that quality time with you, loving you, falling in love with you, enjoying you, embracing you, holding you, taking control of you is the best life ever. Because when God brought you in this world, he called you out in your mother's womb. He said, Sparkle, Tanika Osborne, come forth. I came forth.
Come forth.
Come forth. And coming forth, it means that it's going forward. That means what happened backwards, that is a backwards. I will never ask God to put my eyes in the back of my head. I like to see what's next. And next is important to you. Stop just knocking on the door. Take over the door. Open the room. Open the business. Count on you. Bet on you. Apply to the job. Apply to the school. I don't care what your qualifications say. Apply.
That part. Apply.
If you don't get it and you get an interview, I'm a little bit closer now because I did get an interview.
There you go.
So I'm going to take what I got from that interview and I'm going to take that as my learning lesson and take that tack so that when I go to the next interview, I got you. But we gotta go. Ladies. Y'all have a blessed one. We will see you on Wonderful Wednesday, Wealthy Wednesday with the one and only Miss Regina. Okay.
There we go.
Tell me stop.
I know, right?
Regina, we come back tomorrow and we will drop the last two. If Regina
will
me to drop the last two. But till then, we see you tomorrow. Reverend Pat coming right behind me. I can't even talk right now. Reverend Pat is coming right behind us. So make sure you tune in right here. Love y'all. Have a blessed one.